Are you guys happy?
Yeah.
Allow me to say a prayer. God, thank you so much for today. Give us wisdom and understanding. Give us practicality for them to be able to fly and become. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
I want to teach you something simple. I want to teach you how to become a powerful person. Umaitichio hiyo kutoka ukwe mdogo. Sasa hiyo ni mpya. How to become a powerful person. And I just teach using 3 things. So it's called the 3S model. I'll talk about speed. I hope agenda kuleta maji. Okay, sawa. Ameendea kitabu. Ausikia hata amtaandika, tutakula story. So speed, stature, ES ingine ndai change. Ndeka ikue acha ibaki hivyo. Unaona hadi tunakwambia maybe wewe huko expect mko expect tuongee 5 ways you can be good in sales. I just want to talk about how to become a powerful person, because when you become a powerful person you'll become powerful in sales. When you become a powerful person you'll know how to network. When you become a powerful person you become a powerful leader. It a cut across from the research team, sales, social media, because I'm seeing we have different people here. So I'm just trying to see how can we balance speed, stature, sweet. Is of true tattoo. These 3 things, they'll change how you see life. They will also change the kind of access you'll have. I'll not assume that all of you know me or you've met me before. So my name is Walubengo and I run the academy, the founder. Under me there are many trainers. We have about 16 trainers. The academy is based in Braeburn Garden Estate. We're opening another center in Nakuru, opening in Juba. And we've been here for the last 5 years, impacting and training people, shaping their capacity. Apart from that, I run I Speak Society, which is an NGO, charitable activity. So it gives scholarships of public speaking to various nations, especially nations that are going through war, and regions that, let me say, there is extreme poverty. So Mandera, Northeastern, we just give them scholarships to see how we can change the mindset of those people. And then on the side, we have Reposition Africa, which is a consultancy company that I train presidents, cabinet secretaries, members of parliaments of various countries, and I also write their speeches. So I advise quite a number of governments across Africa, especially when it comes to communication matters. And I'm happy to be here. So happy to be here. So back to this model, the 3S model: speed, stature, sweet. So I'll start with speed. In life, you will rise according to the level of speed that you carry. Now speed, si about kufanya vitu mbio pekee. Speed first is an understanding before it's motion. It's an understanding. It's an understanding ya kujua mbona lazima move na agency. And I like asking people this question, and I'll ask all of you, okay? Do you think you are where you are supposed to be in life now? Anyone who thinks wako penye wanafaa kuwa sahi, ainue mkono. That unajua uko sawa, like umedu kila kitu, umefollow all the principles, umefuata life when you'll uifuate, na uko penye unafaa ukue. You can lift up your hand. I will be so happy to meet you. And then we take the conversation from there. Okay, sawa. So how many know they are not where they're supposed to be in life? Okay, thank you. Now, ndauliza number 2. How many, they know that they're not where they're supposed to be in life and they know the reason? Unaweza inua mkono. Like unajua reason. Why you are where you are. You can lift up your hand. That's dangerous. Sasa put a star kwa hiyo question. Andika kwa book, I don't know. I know I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but I don't know why. Andika maze, itakuhelp. Sasa hiyo ndo swali nataka kujibu leo. Because this is what I know, Paul. Great companies are shaped by quality people. And you'll only give what you have. Do you know there are organizations where people became so powerful that they were able to affect the company? I have a friend whose mother is so good, yes? Ali rise to the ranks of that company until she negotiated with the company and told the company, I will be working from home. I'll only be coming at the office once a week. Company ikasema sawa. Akasema, and you're going to double my salary. Ikasema sawa. She rose to the level of value until the company was willing to compromise its standards. You already understand. Also in the Bible, Daniel sat in 5 governments, 5 different kings. A king comes, hakuna mwenye anamchuja. There is a level where you can become such a quality human being that principles and rules are suspended. Umeikuwa kwa traffic na ukoona mtu anapita. Mtu ako na TX akawapita, nyinyi mmekaa hapo ka 2 hours, akakuja na akapita, just because life can bend, life can be manipulated. Na nataka understand hivyo. Hiyo mnaweza andika, rules can be broken, principles can be manipulated. Once you have that understanding, many people, Paul, this is what they do. They have a life where they live in a circle. So hautaitoka nje hii circle. Kuna experiment ilifanywa where dudu ilikuwa kwa meza. So hiyo dudu ikekewa uzi around, yani hiyo uzi ikiwa imeshapiwa circle, hiyo dudu ikaacha kwenda pale, ilikuwa inaenda ikaanza kuzunguka kwa hiyo circle, alafu after some time ikatoka, ikekewa tena nyingine, ikaacha kwenda pale, ilikuwa inaenda tena ikaanza kuzunguka kwa hiyo circle. Many people live in this bubble. Why? Because hawajui that kuna another reality in exist hapa nje. Do you know, kale asubuhi tumekaa hivi, kuna mtu amemake 1 billion mahali, wetu tumekaa hivi na hata hajaamka vizuri. When you know that reality exists, you begin to work with that reality, because human beings only work hard to the level of the reality they have seen. Let me repeat. Human beings only work hard to the level of, concentrate, lack of focus. Human beings work hard to what? The level of reality they have seen. So let's say your measurement of success, Ibrahim, right? Uliulizia picha. Human beings, let's say level ya success ya Ibrahim ni aliona the Pluto kwa TikTok, sawa? So asemindo level yangu ya success, kila asubuhi Ibrahim akikama kiamka, goli yake itakuwa moja. Nataka ni buy Mercedes ya purple, na nikuwe na suit ya pink na ya green, na nikuwe na manzi yako na dread na ako na tattoo kwa mgongo, na tukue tunaenda live. Sijui kama unani understand. So wewe ukiongelea hapa sijui sales, sijui ati greatness, we want to take over the world, akili ya Ibrahim yaoni hivyo. Yeye anaona Mercedes ya pink. So until useme Mercedes ya pink, haujiongei his language. Let's say kuna mwingine ako hapa, yeye aligrow Nyandarua, ako na nko yake ako na 6 acres ya shamba na mahindi mob. Na hiyo ndo the highest level of wealth aliona. Hiyo ilisha play standard kwa akili yake. So akiwork atakuwa na work according to that level. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yes. Human beings only work to the level of perspective na height yenye wameona. So there is a danger that many people live in a circle. Hata hii joke na reality ingine in exist. For example, by Kenyan standards, as Benny, naweza bambika niseme mazee, I'm this young and let's say I'm driving a Prado. Nilienda Juba juzi, Prado nika Probox Juba, because the country operates in dollars, number one. So utona Escalades kama 10, G-Wagon, hizo ndo manda zimeja huko, V6, V8 ziko mob, na huko hadi ukiweka zile mataza kuwaka kingora, kila mtu wako nayo. So huko haiwak, nyote mnakaa kwa traffic mkiwa na kingora yenyu. Kenya ukiwa nayo inawak. So my friend anaitwa Henry alikuwa anasema ati amekasirika juu tukiwa Kenya atukaingi kwa traffic juu tuko na hiyo kitu. Basi sasa huko uko nayo but tunakaa kwa traffic juu inchi mzima iko nayo. Sijui kama unani understand. So alikuwa ananiambia mimi tukiwa kwa ndege ananiambia tu mimi nataka tu nifike Kenya, nikae kwa gari na ni overtake, at least nisikie vizuri juu kwa tuko tuna overtake, unakaa tu kwa nini? Why? Because the whole country is powerful. Now tukiwa huko ndo tu realize we are poor. Because by Kenyan standards, tuko in Kenyan shillings, unazoona niko uko na do. But ukienda huko hivyo, people are operating in another currency. So it also challenges you to understand that maybe I'm not even where I thought I am. There is a way in life unaweza live in a circle. Na hii circle ni wewe una determine venye hii circle itakaa. Let's say, this is what I always tell people. I want you to check your 5 friends. Mabeshte zako 5 wenye unaita mabeshte. In your list of 5 friends, are you the best or are you the lowest? Kawe ndo the best ni noma. Because inamaanisha leo ukashikwa utabaki ndani, because they may not be able to raise the resources. And I even like asking people, by the time you hit the age of 25, if you cannot raise 100,000 in 10 minutes, it's a gap. But leave alone 100,000. Ka leo unaweza kuwa mgonjwa hosi na watu 10 wasikam. Sometimes we measure life by money sana. Let's say leo uko mgonjwa na watu 10 wasikam hosi, it's still a gap. Okay, let's go to the basic, your birthday. Ka kuna mtu huku gift birthday yako, watu tu kupost hello, long captions, I value you, you're going far, you're so kind, such as you good human. Kama watu wako gift, pia it's a report card. Because you only know how much you're loved by people. There are 3 days that can show you: your wedding, your burial, and your birthday. Graduation sijayeka, juu kila mtu maybe ata graduate. But those 3 days at least can show you how much people value. Na birthday inafanyika kila mwaka, so ndo the easiest. Jubari wala utajua. So hizi mbili ndo zimebaki. So I like asking people, do you ever audit your networks? Watu wametichiwa ku audit their finances, to audit their health. Do you ever audit your network? After every month, unajiulizanga, this month, how many friends did I make? This month, nilijuana na billionaire yote. This month, nimejuana na mtu anaweza ni help in terms of perspective. Because how we measure wealth si about do peke. Kuna watu wanaitwanga ideators. Job yao ni kupatia tu ideas. Na unafuku na wase kama hao. Sasa pia ni resource by itself. Kuna watu wenye job yao ni kuwa kama your emotional managers. Hao watu wanaweza kusikiza, hao watu mnaweza kula story, hao watu wa kuhelp unpack. Umepashwa job siku mzima. Alafu umeenda home, makanga naye akakupasha akushikisha stage wrong na akwambia siende ununue gari yako, kichwa kama babako. Alafu umeenda home. So umepewa vitu mzito. Alafu ufike home upate tokens zimeisha. Na upate ulifungua maji asubuhi na nyumba mzima imejaa maji. Alafu hiyo siku uli break up na mtu. So, utascream, utachizi. By the time tu saa 6 inafika utakuwa tu unaongea peke yako. Why? Because you do not have people who can help you in terms of your emotional stature. Kuna watu tafuta tu mabishti wako na do, but you don't understand the work of people who their work is your emotional intelligence. Our friend called Henry. Yeye job yake inakuwa tu tucheke. Haikuangi hata vitu serious. Yani, I paid for him a flight ndo tuende tunae South Sudan tucheke. Juu kuna pressure. So yeye ni mtu wa kucheka, tucheze, to watch movie. Hiyo ndo job yake. Paul, job yake ni to make sure that wherever I am there is visibility. So there are people who you must know how to network with. Na networking si about biz peke. Many understand? And I can give you the list of 5. Number 1, ideators. Job yao ni kupatia ideas. 2, emotional managers. Job yao ni to make sure that unpack, have conversations. Have conversations. Number 3, challengers. Challengers ni mse ako ahead of you na anaona vitu a bit different. Ako na exposure mob kukuliko. Kuna venye ameona life a bit differently. Undo ule best yako mwenye anakuambianga tupatane Lavington kwa hii restaurant. Hata hujai enda huko. Na anaorder food hujai dishi. So job yake ni atakuchallenge mindset. Now, kuna wengine naitwanga naitwangaje? Spiritual backup. Spiritual backup ni mse mwenye ako more prayerful than you. Anajua God more than you. Anajua Bible more than you. Job yake ni kuhelp uendelee kugrow spiritually. Kuhelp uongele spiritually. Then lastly, perspective. Perspective givers. Perspective givers ni mtu mwenye unamuulizanga, unaona aje hii story? Unaona aje hapa? Nimemake decision. So huyu mtu mwenye ako wiser than you na more mature than you. Na ako more balanced. So before break up, uni mtu unaweza uliza. Unaonaje? Jo hapa hivi naweza kuwa wrong, naweza kuwa right. Nuni mtu lazima akujue. Amewalk na wewe jani. Amekustudy vizuri. Excuse me, you can come this side. Welcome. Congratulations. We've been waiting for you, man, and we are so happy you're here. Usihepe, kuja hii side. Hapa ndo watu great wanakaa masi. Have you guys learned something about mastering people's names? Yes? The name of a person is the sweetest song in their ears. Let me know in 15 minutes are over. So, our se wote wanamata. Now, bado naongelea speed. I asked you a question. Are you where you're supposed to be in life? So, Mercy, I'll ask you that question. Joe Kukua. Are you where you're supposed to be in life? Do you know why? You need another thing. Because ukishajua the why, itakuhelp. Na hii lazima ukue honest with yourself. I like asking people another question. Nelima, right? Thank you. Tell me 3 of your weaknesses that you feel are the reason why you're not where you are. Usiseme vizuri. Yani ikitu ukishaanza kusikia umesema iseme in one word. Kama sema ni laziness, useme laziness. Umeni understand? Yeah, hiyo ndio itatusaidia hapa kwa hii session. Lack of boundaries. Thank you. That's powerful. Let's appreciate her. Now, lack of boundaries, unaona inaweza show up aje? Umeniget? Aha.
Actually, I'm making a mix.
Elima jo. So, lack of boundaries, even though what tunaita. carelessness. You understand? How does lack of boundaries? Because I've suffered it. Nilikuwa patana na mtu na nampeleka kwetu. Nakwambia kuja home. Sisi tunapendanga visitors. Hiyo ni lack of boundaries. In my house, my friends would come na waendi. Imefika saa moja. Na jana nilifukuza hadi watu. Niliwaambia kila mtu sasa aende home. Siku imeisha. God our bless. I began to now enforce boundaries. There's a time I lived with 17 people. I was 19. Hiyo ni lack of boundaries. Aya, upatane na boy Monday na mshaanza kudate Friday. Uingie infatuation muongee 6 hours. Sasa hivi tunaongea hivi, kuna mtu wako hii room na muongelesha. Sio unani understand? Mkule mriba. Siku ya pili akwambia just think I love you. I just love you. You just met me yesterday. Akwambia just think I love you. There's just something in you. You are special. So, yes.
Okay, they're saying I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say no to people and not feeling.
So hiyo ni people pleasing. Ongeza sako ile ya carelessness. Ongeza number 2. Una people pleasing. No, iko tu sawa. Tunasaidiana sasa. Una unpack. So, let me come back. Lack of boundaries. I'm just giving you how it can show up. Tuseme uko hapa job, ulikuwa unafanya research, right? So John anapiga research, alafu mtu wa marketing akuja amwambie twende live. Na ukubali, hiyo ni lack of boundaries. Sio kama unani understand. Inamaanisha, and lack of boundaries come from, which is number 2, people pleasing. Anyone who is a people pleaser ata lack boundaries. Aya, kawezi sema no haraka, no na feel guilty kusema no. Mmenda tu kwa stage, yes? Alafu Ibrahim anakuambia ana fare, like ajikaushe kwa mat. Na mko mmeagree utalipa, akwambia lipa bazenga na ulipe. Again, lack of boundaries. Lack of boundaries, people pleasing, validation. Hizo vitu zinakuanga ziko hidden, hautazijua. Na zote zinakuanga connected to trauma. Kau kusikiza ukiwa mdogo, kau ulichapwa, kau kuwa celebrated. Kuna mtu tu wako hapa, mkimuita bosi nyi wote atabai smoking. 10, atabaia kila mtu. Muite tu bosi, bazenga, ako celebrate akiwa mdogo. Sijui kama mnani understand. Mzito. Now you understand why nilikuwa naona isirekodiwe mara ya kwanza. Because I feel like we come in the corporate world na tunaongeleanga tu profits, sales, but to understand, kama hujakonka validation na people pleasing, you will be poor in sales. Because hadi kwa kunegotiate, client atakuita tu sweetheart. Not utamuzia kitu ya thao punch. Jo hujaitwa hivyo na mzee wako. Kwambia wow, unakaa fiti. That's what I do. Nikitaka niuziwe tu kitu do kiasi. Nenda tu in an electronics shop, mwambie wow, uko poa? Maze makeup on point. And then mwambie now hii ni do ngapi? Already ashacheka, asha lose ground. Ndamwambia mimi hii ndo niko nayo. Mwambie na unakaa fiti hivi, yani umeamua tu nigonge mchana. Mtu atakubali. Anambia sawa, chukua tu. Juu kitu umempea, hiyo ndo kitu anahitaji. Lack of boundaries. People pleasing. Ni vitu they are small but they are so powerful. Why? Because those are the things that make you lose speed. Because one of the reasons why people lose speed sometimes is your trauma. Now trauma ina come in many ways. Because speed iko affected na emotional cycles pia. Uli break up January ikianza, ukajiambia umelana. Sasa ushaingia kwa relationship na ilikuwa take 1 year ya healing. Na ujamaliza hiyo 1 year. Ulikaa 2 weeks ukadhani umeheal. Ukasikiza Jason Derulo, ukalia kidogo, Tatiana Manois, ukajiambia bas na ukasoma quote start on Instagram. Ukajiambia mimi niko sawa, usharudi match. Ulinyoroshwa ingine tena. Sasa as I'm speaking kuna mtu atanyoroshwa kabla hii wiki ishe. Ashaona signs and symptoms. So ana project to by next week Monday tutakuwa tusha break up. When you understand? All these things limit your speed. Shika unani understand? Do you know, this is what I noticed about my life. Every morning, I was in a relationship where every morning lazima to have 1 hour phone call ya kusolve disputes. Hiyo by itself inapoteza time. So unafaa uende job, unafaa uende event, uko tu hapo tu, mna have conversation. Naishi. So every day lazima kuwe na 3 hours ya kusolve issues. Speed iko affected. Because for anyone to fly, kuna kitu the principles of flight. One of the things that fights flight is weight. Anything heavy. Now weight simaanishi ati weight both literally kwa mnono but pia inamaanisha weight ya heart. Because there are some of you who carry too many things in your heart. Na zingine hata si za relationship. uko hapa wewe ni mdogo, wewe unakuwa therapist wa familia yote. Mother yako anakupigia akwambia story ya babako. Kidogo kidogo brother yako ameanguka sijui kwa shimo. Kidogo kidogo nani amekatwa na shoka. Kidogo kidogo kuna mwingine ameshafukuzwa school fees. Na sasa hiyo salary yako ni 30k. So kuna wasenye salary ukam na wamesha jam. Juadi si yao, actually parent. Yani wewe una waka kulipa rent. So by the time unakam job, hautakuwa na ideas mpya. Juu speed already ishakuwa affected. Kitu inaua speed ni hizo vitu. Trauma, identity inaua speed. Ukikam job hautakuwa fast. Hadi kurespond messages utajam. Utapatiwa watu 30 wa call, hauna energy ya call watu 30. Hautajua vile utawaengage kwa speed na madu na vitu kama hizo. Una date manzi mwenye anachukuanga tu doko wako. Hajai kupost, hajai kucelebrate, wewe unakuanga tu shujaa. Ukitakuja job, usikie mwingine ameenda kusurprise chali yake na chocolate, atakuja consult gift gani atabaya chali yake, utajam, itaharibu hiyo siku yote speed. Na speed sasa inafanya unakosa kuwa proactive in life. Pia speed huwa inakuanga affected kama huna clarity. Like sasa nikakuuliza your next 5 years inakaaje? Of course hautajua in detail, but kukuwa na a picture of it itakuhelp kuwork a bit faster. Ni kama udrive gari na ujui penye unaishia, but udrive gari na uambiwe kama leo mumu akidrive, nilichukua phone nikamwambia hapa ndo tunaenda na iko 15 minutes away. The moment nilimwambia hivyo akaanza kudrive mbio, because there was clarity na kulikuwa na precision. Write this down. Where there is clarity and precision, speed will work. Where there is clarity and precision, speed will work. Speed andika, speed will be automatic. Where there is clarity and precision, speed will be automatic. Where there is clarity and precision, speed will be automatic. Where there is clarity and precision, speed will be automatic. Where there is clarity and precision, speed will be automatic. Kausha play. Now listen, learn to teach your mind how to think in form of videos. Think visually. Inaitwa photographic memory. Learn ku play video ya siku mzima kwa akili yako. Yani play venye siku mzima itakaa, venye utakaa kwa kiti, venye utaongea, venye utasimama, venye utajipresent, venye utauliza maswali, hizo vitu zote. Venye utaengage wase, like learn ku play your video kwa akili. Itakuhelp. Play video ya venye relationship yako inafaa ikue. Venye watu wako watakaa, place utaishi. Play your video. Hiyo video itakuwa inakuhelp sana kwa speed. Let me talk about stature. So, hapo kwa speed, I'm happy that Nelima knows at least a main name. Let me go to a second person. John, do you know 3 of your weaknesses?
Yes.
Open for me this.
Postponing events.
Laziness. So I'm saying postponing events. Now, do you know what causes procrastination? Unaona kila challenge uko nayo, nataka uangalie the root cause. Uangalie nini? The root cause. Julizange, what's the root cause of this? Kuna root cause ya people pleasing. For example, I realize I'm a people pleaser juu nikiwa mdogo sikuwa napigwa attention. So because I like attention, therefore I'm a people pleaser. Aya. I seek validation. Why do I seek validation? Because I was not celebrated. Nilikam home na report card na certificate ya music festival. Ya music festival ikaekwa kando, kaambia umpata C-. So because of that, na seek validation. When you understand, learn to analyze root cause. Na inataka yani a lot of honesty na brutality in terms of facing yourself. Sawa. I attract drunkard men. Why do I attract drunkard men? Root cause. Could it be that how I position myself makes these men see that we can vibe? Okay, I attract married men. Why do I attract married men? Could it be that I've positioned myself as a therapist to everyone, therefore they feel like I listen to them? Sio unani understand? Yani kitu nataka ukweli. So laziness too.
People pleasing too.
Thank you sir. Andika. Lazima ujue hiyo root cause. Yani kitu kila mtu anafaa andiki, usingoje nikufikie. Like yani ukiwa hapo wewe unajiuliza na useme ati I don't finish things. I don't finish things, give it a name. Name it. When you name your problems, already you've solved 50% of it. Learn to name your problems. Unani understand? Now, what I know also, just to add on kitu John amesema, anyone who is a people pleaser inakuanga connected pia na fatherhood. If you did not grow up with your dad, always raise you on a single mother. Number 2, kama mzee wako alikuwa mkali. Number 3, kama mzee wako alikuwa polygamist. Number 4, kama baba wako alishindanga tu amekupasha all the time, you'll be a people pleaser automatically. Sawa, pia kama ulikuwa compared na sibling wako, utakuwa people pleaser. Yani leo nikaa nimekuja hapa therapy, kuna venye mmekaa nyinyi wote nikaa mko like sawa si mimi naongeleshwa, neighbor. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Now, how will that affect you? Itakuwa affect in terms of productivity. Kumbuka, I told you how to become a powerful person. Speed will be an ingredient. And no one can move faster if they are heavy. The moment you're heavy, you can move faster. The moment you're carrying too many things on your shoulders, you can't move faster. That memories zote zenye uko nazo ni painful. Haunanga memory yote ya joy. Why? Juu Monday to Friday unapiganga job, Saturday uko job, Sunday na kwa siku ya kufua na kulala. Hakuna siku unaenda kwa restaurant. The last time you took a picture of yourself ukumbuki, uliachanga hadi kupost social media, uliachanga, yani maisha yako ulitupanisha tu. Haunanga ini social sako, mabishi zako wote wanakuanga tu job. You don't have a life. Monday unanga story. Juu sa story ni nini? Nilala. Hauna mriba. Yani uko interesting. Life yako iko so obvious. Tukitupa mawe tunajopa itakuchapa, either job, either kwa nyumba. Yani your life is not complicated. It's very predictable. And now the danger of that is that kwa hii room naweza jua watu wenye wako na psych. Kuna venye wanakaa. Naweza kuonyesha. Ujama, he has a life outside work and you can be able to see it. She has a life outside work and you can be able to see it. She has a life outside work. She has a life outside work. Na kuna vitu zinaonyesha. Sijui kama unanipata. Na sitazisema but unaweza ziona. She also has a life outside work but anakam to wakujituma excess. So anakam to a job. So anaweza kosa pia kubalance. Unaweza jua au ile wako focused. Kwanza mzito anakaa hadi atupeni mchezo. Yakisha bora ye kila mtu amekuja anajua nini anafaa kufanya. Anajua nini anafaa kufanya. Kivuva anakaa ule jamaa wa leader, team spirit. Guys, we are together. Let's continue. Let's push the vision, purpose. Sasa hii session inabamba Kivuva mbaya. Sasa hizi ni vitu zake sasa. Hii yani hadi after hapa atabai kitabu moja na niambie tupige picha na atapost kwa status. Anapost kwa status. Aseme guys, your network is your network. Anapost hiyo kwa status. Understand? Speed. You must analyze what is affecting my speed. So I'd like you to write this question down. What's affecting my speed? Kila mtu lazima ajibu swali. What's affecting my speed in life? Nini nafanya nisi move mbio? The other thing naweza taka show enye nza kwa maybe a reason enye kila mtu anaweza analyze slow decision making. Kwa una realize una make decisions pole pole before break up na mtu December. Okay, postpone to April. One kata change. Ilifaa resign January but umejiambia unataka ukae hadi December. Sio kama unani understand? Slow decision making. Unaendanga kwa hoteli na unakaa 10 minutes. Haujui kama order chipo, haujui kama order nini. Slow decision making. Now, slow decision making comes from self-doubt. Yeah, it's coming from self-doubt. What's your name? Thank you, Mercy. Congratulations. Slow decision making comes from self-doubt. Self-doubt. Anyone who has self-doubt, I think pole pole. There's an extra chair there. Please bring it. Love to yeke hapo. Slow decision making comes from self-doubt. Sijui kama mnashika hizi vitu. Can I go to the second one? Hata leo sitaongelea second na third, ndo mnite tena. So acha focus hapa. How many minutes am I remaining with Mumo?
You're done.
I'm done. Thank you. Isha. As short as a miniskirt to attract your attention and long enough to cover the essentials. I'm done. Imagine that's all. I want to take in questions. Kila mtu anataka kufikiria maisha yake. Naweza ombea alafu tuende. But you must always analyze what's affecting my speed. One day I had a meeting with myself. I like when I'm having meetings with myself, I use this. Hizi netwaje? Plain rim papers, because I feel like zinanipatianga ability ya kuchora. When I'm having, and I would like to encourage all of you this. every month kwanga unajipatia 6 hours. Unatafuta siku moja ya 6 hours a meeting with yourself. Na every day kwanga na 20 minutes ya meeting with yourself. Every day na every month. Hiyo ya month kwanga ya kuanalyze mwezi mzima, but ya siku kwanga ya kuanalyze siku 20 minutes, right? What these meetings will do is one thing. They'll give you perspective of your strengths, weaknesses. Na hiya weaknesses kuwa very open. That nilikuwa nimejiambia I'm going to be celibate for the next 1 year. Nah, I had sex last week. What is the reason why I had sex last week? And how is it affecting my emotional stature? Which is the next thing I'll talk about if we will come. You understand? E-meeting is very important, John. Because that meeting will help you to be alert. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. That meeting will help you to be alert. That meeting will help you to think a certain way. Kuna vile utakuwa able to move in life. So this question lazima ujiulize in a very crucial way. What's affecting my speed? What's affecting my speed? Because the biggest ingredient in life, that's why ndio nilika ya kwanza, speed is the biggest ingredient. You can imagine that hii wiki pekee we are writing 6 books with the team. 6 books in 1 week. Why are we able to do that? We understand this principle. Because speed equals time and energy. Time and energy ndio inakuhelp kudu vitu mob. Today, we're doing like 6 meetings. I leave here, go to CPL Lumumba, I have a meeting with the team. There's another director I'm supposed to meet. I have a meeting with the designers, they are doing something at the office. We finish up, I'm supposed to shoot 30 videos for TikTok. The principle is simple. We need to have videos for the next 1 month in advance. So that in case I travel, it does not affect anything. And any video I need to shoot real time, I shoot real time. And they are edited on the go. Whatever I'll do today will be posted in the next 2 hours. That's a principle. We edit faster, we edit on the go. So kwa gari tuko na Wi-Fi. Anyone who is around me, you're not supposed to tell me on air time. Buy postpaid, it's 1,000 bob. Utakuwa na 1250 minutes. Now I'm showing you things that show someone has speed. Your phone should always be above 70%. Why not having your phone above 70%? Mbona una assume that kutakuwa na stima kila mahali? Usifulize. Hiyo ndio tutafanya ukose speed. Because anyone manafuliza ataboeka tu. Utachoka. Because there is a way life also works. Make sure that uko liquid always. Uko tuna donyo umeka mahali just in case something comes up. Speed is a principle. Iron your clothes for the next 2 weeks. Kuwa na mango enough. Brush kiatu. So that time ya kutoka usianze kuclean kiatu tena. Because ina kulimit. Listen, every small thing affects the bigger picture. Write that down. Every small thing affects the bigger picture. Kama ulitoka home na ukutandika bed, I assure you, ukienda jioni utaboeka. Wewe tujue hivyo. Wewe tu ndio unajua kwa hati yako. Kuna book inaitwa Make Your Bed, naweza recommend Mzito wa Gitio kitabu. Do you have an office library here? I'll be donating a few books. Kutakuwa na office library hapa. I'll leave you guys with some books. Every day, every person here must have 20 minutes of reading before we share. Every company I go to, I try to help them in terms of that. Because a company rises by how intelligent people are. People must study. Lazima upige research. Na kawe si mnoma books, watch movie. Now learn from movies. That's a principle that I do. Na kawa uta watch movie, watch podcast. Lazima ujijue. Some of you are good at watching more than reading. So utilize your strength. If you're good at watching, there are people who are good at watching, there are people who are good at reading, there are people who are good at listening. Which one are you good at? Watching. Reading. So kila mtu lazima ajijue. Na ujue where you thrive. And then master it. Learn to walk faster. Walk with a sense of urgency. Enda tu taona ujifunze kutembea mbio. Itakufanyia kitu. Kuanga na power bank. There are things that will show when someone has mastered speed as a principle. Move with urgency. Master your time. Control time management. Si waste time. Na waste time iko tied to chenye Nelima alisema, lack of boundaries. Anyone who lacks boundaries will waste a lot of time. Why? Because utawestiwa time na mse mwenye ajui kutumia time yake. Just a minute. Work according to the global time zone. Work according to the global time zone. In Kenya kuna dangerous mindset ya 8 to 5. It kills people. Work with the global time zone. Juu kusema ni usiku Kenya, ni asubuhi New York. Sijui kama mnani understand? Then utaenda church you shout it's my season, it's my season, it's my season. Favor, favor, favor. You'll die. Work with your global time zone. Write that down. Work with a global time zone. Meaning that usiku, do you know some of you, your mind works well at night. But uliambiwa ulichapo ulale preps. Iliua hiyo kitu. Paul, una imagine katu tungekuwa na mashule hii dunia zenye ama hii Kenya zenye wanalao watu wa work na time zone yao. Yani venye brain yao ina work. Imagine how everyone would have been intelligent. Juu kuna mtu morning preps haiko imsaidia, me being one of them. Sidhani kama morning preps zile nisaidia. Because in the morning I was also productive, but usiku, ukinipata usiku, unaweza dhania ni asubuhi. Yani nakuanga excited. Niko na too much sugar levels. At night I get to do many things. That's what now. Anyone who is a night person, devota, make sure una struggle na sexual immorality. Because he attacks the time that is the most productive. Still already understand. Yeah. Hiyo ni research nilipiga. Speed. How to become a powerful person. Speed imemada wase wengi. If I tell you that many of us tumemiss seasons za life, jutua tu understand the principle ya speed. Tuko wengi. How ku break up mbio, how ku make a decision mbio, how kutuma email haraka, how kuandika proposal haraka. Hata vile unajibu maswali inaonyeshanga kama understand time ama hapana. Ukiona kuuliza swali unasema I don't know, maybe. Lack of precision in answering questions inaonyeshanga kuna kitu mtu bado hajaget. Speed. Speed ukimaster utadu vitu great. Who can guess my age? 25. Another person? 29. Last person? Get right number 3K. 30. Okay, I'm 24. But because of understanding that principle, I released my first book at 19. It opened global doors. I began meeting people like Vusi Thembekwayo. It opened a lot of doors. Last year I was invited by Joshua Selman to speak in Koinonia. Changed my life, changed my perspective. So, but hii yote ilikuja na hii. Because I got a child at 18. So I became a father at 18. It matured me a bit. It gave me an understanding of life. Nilianza kuona life differently. I was mentored by Pastor T for 7 years from Form 2. Kukaa under him as a protocol. It gave me a lot of perspective. By the time I'm 20, that's the first time I trained the daughter of the president in this country. It also gave me a lot of perspective. So by the time I was a student, I was not a student. Nikiwa campus, in first year, I'd already released this book. So I already knew that in the next few years, I need to be one of the top speakers in this country and in Africa. And I began working towards that. Great people don't work for the future. They work from the future. Lazima uone hiyo future na ikuwe so clear, uanze kuwork backwards. Mnani understand? Hiyo yote iko hapa. Na nikaanza kuwork ni kama hakuna kesho. Nasema ati niliwork, sijui nawaambia aje. Si kuwork ati grit. Kuna difference between grit and great. Grit ni kupush. Mnani understand? Great ni kuwork na principles. 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 Can I do that as the last presentation and then we'll be done? Can I have something to rub? Board. Sawa, haya, andika. Ndaka uandike side moja grit, alafu uweke chora katebo. Grit, alafu side uweke great. Ndaka kuwapatia 3 differences between grit na great. Grit ni yenye world wao inatuambianga keep pushing. Work 16 hours a day. Thank you. Are you there?
Yes.
Grit ni about effort. Grit ni about quantity. Grit ni about time. Tumia a lot of time. Aya. Grit ni ule mtu wa kupush. Na ujue kwa hii kampuni kuna hao watu wawili. Kuna mtu mmoja ni wa grit. Huyu wa grit anaekanga a lot of effort, anakujanga mapema job, nasemi ni vibaya kuja mapema, anatokanga wa mwisho. Huyu ndo wanasemanga he's a good boy. Na mko wale watu walikuwa ma prefect shule. Hizo one will go far. Anakuanga msafi, aliosha dingo za next week, alipanga box, ampanga loka. But huyu jamaa anakuanga number 6. Sawa? Kuna mwingine anakuanga number 1. Sawa? Preps huwa anasoma 30 minutes analala hizo zingine. Hapa it's about mastery. Hapa it's about principles. Na hapa it's about the heart. Sasa number 1 ashajua venye brain yake ina work na anajua fanya some vitu mingi. Chetu anafaa sikize mwalimu intentionally class. Na number 1 anakuanga games. Anacheza excess. So akuja daro ako na psych, ako more alert. Huyu mwingine time ya games yeye alikuwa daro bado. Akai na watu movement by running. Anachukua loka na yako kwa kona. Anajifinya huko kwa kona. Ndio watu wote wako focused. So mwingine alijua heart, ako friendly. Akiwa amekaa kwa kona, watu wakikula story anajibu mtu swali moja. So anajikumbusha. Na amemaster principles za life. Yeye ni best ya mode, anajua venye ana navigate ecosystem. In life, ujue venye tulikuwa shule, ndo tunakuanga in life. Like kumbuka ukiwa shule ulikuwa aje. Unakaa sasa hivi tumekaa kwa hii daro. Naona mtu mwenye anakaa number 1. So kama hapa kwa hii ingekuwa shule, acha sasa nikuexplainie. John Kivuva angekuwa number 1. Angekuwa huyo number 3 number 1 hapo. Unaona amekaa mbele, ako na kitabu, ako na kalamu, ako na kitabu ya green. Hebu nione John. Record every day of your life. John yani ajituma. Sasa kuna mtu angekuwa ule mwanafunzi mjanja. So kama yeye, huyo angekuwa anapewa exam na walimu. Ameenda kwa mwalimu, akapewa exam, nyinyi mmekaa hivi daro, anawaambia usikii leo, hii swali itakuja. So mngekuwa mnakasirika sana. Yaani watu wote wenye walikuja late hapa pia wangekuwa kwa hii group ya great. So John akona great na akona partly great. But ukakuwa na great 100% ni better. Cause hii great 100% but iko tied kwa hiyo speed. Kufanya vitu mbio na kuwork na agency. Na lazima ukuwe ushaona penye future yako inakaa. Now, ukipata hii understanding utaitransfer kwa kampuni. Utaitransfer venye unadu vitu. Utaitransfer in everything in life. How am I able to speak to 10 companies every week? Ni hii story, great. Now imagine nikianza kutuma my emails mob nini, it makes sense. So what do I do, Paul? I just say on TikTok, I want to speak to this number of companies this week, reach out. Done. And by the way, who reached out? I want to know nani huyo alikuwa kwa hiyo live yangu akasema ni come. It's you, sir. Thank you. Let's appreciate him. So na imagine Mzito alitoa wapi time ya kuingia live. Sijui kama unani understand. You see something to learn there. Oski world data change. People who are supposed to be poor will remain poor. Hata wakipewa 10 million sahi. Yani si wote dunia mzima tupewe 10 million. Kuna watu watayomoka. Cause si about pesa. Ni about mindset. Mindset ndo kila kitu. Wewe unajiona as a person. When nilienda Nigeria nika na Apostle Joshua Selman na msee anaitwa Femi Lazarus for 3 weeks. Faith yangu ili increase. Nikikuwa huko nikajiambia tu nikirudi Kenya na by Prado. Nikajiambia hivyo. Sijaijaribu kufikiria kitu kama hiyo. Hata sijaijaribu attempt kufikiria kitu kama hiyo. Because Prado ni 9 million. So nikarudi Kenya na nilikuwa na psych na faith yenye si normal. So kwanza kutest faith yangu nikapea sister yangu gari nilikuwa nayo. Then I gifted one of my friends akaso sina gari yoyote. So nikatumia Bolt wiki moja. Nilikuwa tuna regret. Nikijiambia kia nani. Ningepata hiyo gari kwanza ndo nipeane. Mtu wa Bolt ananipasha. Haambia mnachelewa na siwezi kakuweka hapa, siwezi kakuweka hii stage. Niko like kai. Hizi ni shida gani? So I went with my dad to a kayad. Tukauliza gari ni how much, tukaonyeshwa gari. Kuna hii gari ya 4 million but last price 3.5 million. Kwa M-Pesa yangu nilikuwa na 5k. So nikajiambia 5k hizi nunua gari. So hii 5k nika withdraw, nikapea mzee wangu. Kaambia sasa hii 5k hizi nunua gari na nataka hii gari, nataka nikupe hii do na wewe uombe hii gari ikuje. So I sent it to him. So nikaingia kwa gari na nikakaa kwa driver seat, and then he also came and he touched the car and said, God, thank you for this car, it will come home. Now already I have a figure in mind. So nimeenda home nikijua that na work na 3.5 million. So I go home and the client calls, says, hey, I saw you in Koinonia, I would like you to coach me for 1 year. I'm in real estate, I'm a multi-millionaire in dollars, but I want to double what I am making. Can you help me do that? He said yes. He said, so how much do you charge? What's your highest package of coaching? He said $10,000, which I regret, but akaniambia sawa, I'll pay it. Where do I pay? That's 1.3 million. So the guy made the payment. Another client came. So within 1 week I had 2.5 million paid for the car. And now I learned something so deep. What you've not seen, you can't get it. For you to get anything, you must see it first. You must see it. So your reality, your gari ilikuwa exist, but I had to go to the car yard. Apply faith, but also be very practical. Because I stopped now working generally, I began to work according to the level of faith. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm done teaching. Is there any question? Yeah. Yes, Nelima. Nelima, you're very intelligent. Write that down. Say, I'm very intelligent. Andika hapo chini, capital letters. I am very intelligent and I'm a very good speaker. Andika hivyo. You have good English. For that reason, we'll give you a scholarship for public speaking. Now ask your question.
You've told us about people pleasing and
The whole thing, validation. Yeah.
boundaries.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, how can someone maneuver through and overcome it?
That's why now you'll buy these books. Because now they talk about it, but I can answer in brief. 3 things to overcome that. 1, name your problem. Once you've named your problem, you go to the second phase, right? You address the root cause. Lazima uji-question. Na ku-address root cause inamaanisha pia maybe kusoma books za watu wametry kujibu hizi maswali, kusikiza podcast. I would recommend, if you want to conquer these things, 3 people that I would want you to listen to. 1 is Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson ni mnoma sana. Wa pili kuna madam, especially if you're a woman, this lady should listen to her. She's called Isi Igenegba. Can I write her name? Ama ni spell ISI and then space IGNEGBA. Igenegba. She's from Nigeria. Isi Igenegba. 3, mtu mwingine mwenye na feel ametry kujibu swali ya identity so deeply ni Stephen Bartlett. The Diary of a CEO podcast. If you're here and you want to rise in life, sikiza o jamaa, msikize ka Bible. The Diary of a CEO. He has also tried to answer those questions. Specifically, kuna podcast kuna podcast alichapa na mtu anaitwa Andrew Bunamente wa CIA. Ilikuwa noma sana. Andrew Bunamente. Alafu kuna mtu mwingine pia anaitwa Andrew Huberman. Huyo pia ametry kujibu hizo maswali. Sikiza a lot of podcast. Approach YouTube ka shule. Usi approach ka content. See, like right now, this is my YouTube. These are the videos I've downloaded. So the Diary of a CEO.
Biggest podcast in the world. Second. The second.
So I have 800 videos.
Differently. It helps.
On the other phone, there are still videos. So I listen. So 24/7, niko na headphones. Nasikiza tu. Podcast. Always go the same. You'll be super intelligent. I'm either listening to worship or I'm listening to a podcast. I listen also to a lot of instrumentals. So zinafanya brain yako ina reason at a very high frequency. The other thing, learn to write. kuanga na marine papers kijani. Do you know the funny thing, John Kivuva? In my room I have this. Yeah. Because in my room, that's the first place of strategy. Your bed is your first place for strategy. Ka uko hapa na una pillow, unalalanga na blanketi ka pillow, already haujipendi. Because antaka suba hata. Paul, andika hiyo ni content actually. Do you understand what I've just said? Your bed is your first place of strategy. Nafapen record content here, the bed, the spirituality of a bed. That's why sleeping with different people on your bed, you're killing your own strategy. Because that's why you get dreams. That's why you rest. That's why you cry. That's why not everyone should be sleeping in your bed. Adi kuzo wangu alalangi kutu kwa bed yangu. That's why devil wanna make sure kuna poverty. Ndo watu wa share bed wafinyane. How will you dream? Utasawa di dream yako. Mtu alikuwekelea mkono, mwingine alikunyonga, mwingine alikutemea mate, mwingine alingorota. Utakumbuka aje nini Mungu alikwambia usiku? Sijui kama unani understand. There's a book I've written called Poverty. Poverty has a smell. I want you to get that book. It talks about the effect of poverty on a person. How poverty makes you not sleep comfortable, mnangangania food. Some of you eat faster, not because that you're disciplined. Mlikuwa wengi home, mnapigania ugali. So ilikufanya uzoe kula haraka. Poverty has a smell. Poverty has a smell. So, those people have answered that question. 3, community. Lazima ukuwe na watu wenyewe wamesha conquer hii kitu. When you see people who have conquered the weaknesses that you have, attach yourself to those people. Either it could be a person or a community. Be in a place where people are doing things. That's why we had to have a community called I Speak, where people meet, we have conversations, perspectives. The goal is to make greatness infectious. Everyone should be great. They should think a certain way. It's a movement. Cross the world. Spark something. I'm imagining if companies, hiki tulimewashow, kampuni zote zijue Kenya mzima. It would help a lot. Because some of you mkikama hapa mnanga ideas, mko timid, not because you don't have ideas, just because of trauma. Na ujahil from trauma, ulishautiwa na mzee wako. So ukiona boss hapa, unamwona kama mzee wako. So uko timid. Some of you amwezi kaa naye kwa gari, utakufa. Ukaa tu hapo kando yake, you'll die, you'll melt. Akitanto hivi kidogo unapiga reaction. Na hakuna dikti yote. Anda kugotea unafanya hivi. Unaona nika utachapwa. Trauma. When you heal from trauma, you become powerful. You have speed. Stature. Yeah. So, I'm done. Nelima, have I answered your question? Read a lot. Podcast. Listen. Nini. Zoea kuunpack. Zoea kuandika. So I have this. And I also have a drawing book. I have a drawing book in my room. So yun ya kuchora. Kuangalia ni wapi tulihata. Zoea kuji-audit. Aya, kauko hapa na uja-delete messages za ex wako. Au uja-block. Already ujue kuna gap. Kuna gap ya fear. Kuna watu wanakuwa na the fear of losing people. Kauko hapa na mamako ashaikufa ama babako. Na uko heal from it. Utakuwa na the fear of losing people. So, you'd rather keep a person but not lose them. So even if they are bad, you fear losing people. Yeah. I want to pray. I'm done teaching. Does any other person have a question? Last question, then we pray. Yes, sir.
Decision making,
yeah,
where I fear change, abandon the risk associated with the decision.
With change. I get you. So you need 3 things. Number 1, clarity. Clarity kikam, itakufanya usiogope change. Clarity itakuassure that even if I make these changes, can I give you an example? Yes, but don't try this, but it's just an example. Nimehama mara 6 for the past 3 years. Now kuna mtu in Nairobi ameishi the same place for 12 years. And I'll tell you the reason. I discovered location is very spiritual. Where you stay will determine what you receive. Now, kuna certain realities hauwezi download koko in the same environment every time. Because body na mind huwa ina learn kukuwa comfortable. That's why penye unaishi uko na ecosystem inakuakia. Unajuana na mtu wa ndudhi, uko na madhi wa kibanda, uko na shop unaenda, ushai master. So chenye ita happen, brain yako itakuwa comfortable. So kuna time nilihama from Sioki to Rejoice. Na Rejoice penye nilikuwa naishi hakuna kibanda. Na kutoka nikuwe mdogo hakuna mahali nimeishi penye hakuna kibanda. So for the first time nikajipata nanunua nyanya supermarket. Now kutoka nikuwe mdogo nimeishi kuamini nyanya za supermarket hata si healthy. Nyanya ukweli ni ile ya kibanda yenye ni red. Hizi za super kwanza ni kubwa, hata zikae vizuri, ni za GMO. Yaani nimeishi kuamini hivyo. Tukiwa young tulikuwa tunaenda kubai nguo Gikomba. So tulikuwa tunaambia na sister zangu ati nguo za Islia zikaingi fiti. Hizi nguo za duka hata zinanga taste. Nguo za taste ni mtumba. Nayo ni mindset. So I began to convince myself out of that mindset. And one of the ways yenye God alinishake kwa story ya accepting change ni kuhama. I used to think certain nimesettle. 2 months later here an instruction, it's time to move. Or either I would outgrow the house. Ninyenja kwa keja sina kitu, keja inakaa hivi. I remember there is one house tulihamanga inaitwa Oakwood. Nilikuwa na kiti moja ya plastic. Na hiyo ni ya kwenda live TikTok. So nimeingia kwa keja, iko na kiti na meza. And I told my friend, in 3 weeks this place will be filled. The only thing I needed is to sit on that chair and give what God gave me. And that what God gave me brought everything else. The place was full in 3 months. The house was too small. We moved to another place. And every time I move to a house, out of a house, I give away everything. I enter the next house empty. One of the ways to conquer story ya change is giving. Learn to give. Pena manguo zako za kitambo. Sawa, usikatalie kitu. Uko na phone cover imechapa. Pena, umekatalia phone cover. Charger imekatika, umekataa kuiachilia. Unaiwekea sellotape. One of the ways to bring change in your life is to give. You understand? So one, nimesema clarity. Number 2, giving. The more you give, you accept change. Because you can never receive the new if you're stuck to the old. Let me repeat. You can never receive the new if you're stuck to the old. One of the ways God anatakanga kushake change. Sometimes hata utaibiwa vitu. As a way tu ya kushake. Because sometimes as human beings tunapenda kuwa the same place. Sometimes atafanya upoteze wase. Break up kani relationship, upoteze mabeshte. Juu anaona uko too entangled. Umekataa kumove. Na anatry kushow kuna kitu new. Na so juu anaona utapoteza whole destiny. Wacha nifanye kitu ndadu basi. Ndio nikutoe hiyo place. Atakutoa. So one of the ways to learn change is through giving. Usiai kuwa attached to things. You think it is easy giving a car? So I jaribu kupeana simu yako uone. Up to now, I've given away about 16 phones. And I still continue to give them. Yani si stop. Na siya napeana juu niko nayo, but the moment I give, a new idea comes to get another one. Giving allows space for ideas and a new mindset and a new mentality. Usai kuwa attached to things. Actually I tell people, never be attached to things. Never be, Paul, ini content niandikie nafani shoot. Never be attached to things. Never be attached to people. And never be attached to places. Ati mimi naendanga hiyo hoteli. Some of you hadi kuna kibandaski yako. Hadi kuna kiti yako kwa hiyo kibandaski. Tini hoteli ya ini base ya madhe. Hadi ya kuulizangi utakula nini. Anajua unu wa chapa matumbo. Anakunyorosa. Change location. Change restaurant. Kuna restaurant kwa tumezoea kwenda tawini to Highlands. Kwa kona hapo waka hivi. Kama unajuu uko sawa. Inakuwa na samosa hatari. Kwa tunaendanga hiyo base. Nikaanza tu kuchange. Began to go to different locations. Some of you only have one best friend and one person for everything. For all the years. Only best friend yako, huyo ndo mnaombananga do, huyo ndo kila kitu. A time will come mse atakuwa drained. Lazima uko na kitu inaitwa diversity, which takes me to my third point, diversity in life. I can't say that I have one friend who is everything. I have quite a number. I have diversity. I don't have one person who I work with. I have many. Diversity. Adi God aliambia Elijah alikuwa anasema sijui hataki kuendelea mission. God akamshow I have 7,000 other people who can replace you. Diversity. Kwa na diversity of people, itaanza kufanya usiogope change. Right now I don't fear losing anything. Even if I lose the car, I lose the house, I lose everything, I'll rebuild again. If I lose my social media today, I'll rebuild again. I'll tell you a powerful story and then we pray. Pitson alienda kwa studio na ngoma. So you know Pitson? Jimmy Gate akasikia ngoma ni kali. Akaambia Pitson, tukolabo hii ngoma. Pitson akakataa. Na Pitson alikuwa na ngoma kali but hakuwa na do. Jimmy Gate alikuwa na do but hana ngoma. So Pitson aliishia. Jimmy Gate akapea producer do, producer akampea hiyo beat. Waka change tu line ya beat. No, a beat. Na mkele ngoma ya appointment. Hakuna appointment nahitaji ni ngoma. Jimmy Gate akatoa ngoma ikahit. Wasanii wakaambia Pitson msu, twendeni maandamano. Pitson akasema, he has only stolen a song. He has not stolen my ability to write another one. Let me repeat. He has only stolen a song, but he has not stolen my ability to write another one. Na akasema, if I wrote that one, I can write another one. Na hapo ndio alituangalia ngala ya Yesu kablo. Anytime you refuse change, you refuse something greater that you did not know existed. And I've told you, begin making small changes in your life. Change kalamu unatumianga. Endo buy tu kalamu mpya. Endo buy nguo ingine. Peana moja. Buy ingine. Change bedsheet. Buy bedsheet mpya. Change soap unatumia. Kama una buy geisha, buy shower gel. Yaani nataka kuwa practical. Anything vitu unaweza enda ufanye after hii session. Change phone cover. Change WhatsApp profile. Change your picture yenye uliweka hapo. Umekuwa hapo for 2 years. Hujaitoa. Hey there, I'm using WhatsApp. Change jina yako Instagram handle. Change. When you do that, it will affect you even at work. You become a quality person. Imagine kama mimi ningekuwa employee hapa. Imagine tu. Age would not have been a factor. Ningekuwa best in sales. Ningekuwa na wakasirisha. Daily ningekuwa na make half a mic. Because that's the principle I operate. Before 24 hours end, make $500,000. And one day I can come and show you how we do that. Because it's possible. Unafaa uamini. I taught him how to do that. He's the best salesperson in the company. Every day he makes 150K. That's the target I gave him. But I showed him how to do it because it's a how. I also learned somewhere else. You know who I learned it from? Pius Mushiri, the CEO of Nabo Capital. He's the one who taught me. I read a book called Customer Funded Businesses. Nataka mwende msome hiyo book. Kauneza ni ngumu though, si book rahisi, but ni hata sikuisoma yote, nilisoma hadi page 32. Nikaachia hapo. Ilikuwa too complex, but nilisoma tu nika understand concept. I was looking for an investor for our company. Pius akaniambia, you don't need an investor. You what you need? Go and read this book. I went and read it. It talks about how your customer can be your investor and how you create an ecosystem where your customer pays before they receive the product. And so that means your customer now is your investor. But now, how do you create a client experience for them to pay early and to pay a lot? So if you need $1 million, how do you have people paying $1 million? Instead of going to the bank, how can someone pay $1 million before you give a service? Therefore, they have funded your business. Kaya Airbnb. So unalipanga msa Airbnb before to a service. So it talks about create a system where a client will pay. So that means you have to be trusted in advance. And how do you create that system? So that book talks about that. The other book that helped me inaitwa Rules of Management by Richard Templar. Rules of Management. Yani mazee na wapiga knowledge for free. I hope tu mtaitake seriously. Rules of Wealth na Rules of Management. Zote zimeandikwa na the same person, Richard Templar. Enda Textbook Center leo. TRM ama Textbook Center ya Ruiru wako na hizo books. Kuna nyingine inaitwa Unreliable Hospitality. Unreasonable Hospitality. Hiyo ndo nafanya saa hii actually. Unreasonable Hospitality talks about how to give people more than what they expect. It talks about how to give people more than what they expect. How do you overgive? so that you outdo yourself. So kati sema ni hii session ulikuwa na hii expectation ya hapa, I outdo myself. When you outdo yourself, you'll never be relevant. Learn to give excess value, give quality, break boundaries. Awase kuna ingine book ingine ile impact it, the 4 agreements ya jamani to Don Miguel. It talks about the 4 rules of life. Kuna ya mwisho inasemanga always give the best. So kasa hivi nyana wa train, I charge 100,000 to speak per hour. I'm one of the highest paid speakers in this country, but I'm here for free. I'm training you how to talk to Google, so I'm not changing anything. When niliongea Juba ndo naongelesha sahi. I'm not giving anything lower just because I'm doing it for free. Every time I stand before men, I talk to who they will become, not who they are now. Kwa hii room kuna billionaire, just because hajakuwa sitamwassume. Kwa hii room kuna, in the next 16 years there'll be CEOs here. One day this company will have 10,000 people. So me, I'm sowing my seeds now. And when that time comes, when he calls me and he sees the red card, he'll say, you don't have a problem. You've been rising with us. We'll pay $1 million. Do you understand? That's how you look at life. Not everything is about money. Relationships are more powerful than money. Trust is more powerful than money. Because when you have relationships and trust, automatically you have more money. So you must understand relationship management. That's how you look at life. Utaenda far ukiangalia life hivyo. Jusa nikikaa home na niko na hii gift, okay, na help aje? Yes, I would be busy, but I've changed the life today. By the time screen inaisha, kuna mtu yuko the same again. By two hii conversation, kuna mtu maybe alikufa commit suicide, hata commit suicide. Kuna mtu sahi alikuwa ame break up hii wiki, ajuche atadu, nishampatia next step. So mimi sijui nani tumesaidia, but kwa mtu tu nimeshamsaidia hapa. Na it make sense years to come. You understand? I will run for president in 2042. When that time comes, I will not need to campaign. You will have enough resources by that time. Wendo utatafuta watu thao, waambie, this man spoke to me. I am here because there is a time he came to our company. So I'll have so many campaigners. So me, I've already started my campaign. Whoever I'll compete with is in trouble. Because I'm not doing it just in Kenya. I'm doing it across the world. So if you are smart, jialign tu na mimi sahi. Chukua hiyo picha haraka. Because I'm not even joking. It's not even a joke. How many years? 15 years. Next year I'll be the spokesperson to the president. I'm the one who will be advising him in communication. And I'm telling you, and I'm so sure of what I'm saying. After that, in the other year I'll be a CS. In the other year I'll be a running mate to a person. And then in the other year I'll be a president. And you'll tell someone I'll to show. I'll tuambia na tukadhani jokes. I'm telling you. You can know when a man is joking and you can know when a person is serious. And you can always feel it. So it will happen. So sasa mimi nitaanza kutafuta Jimmy Onjigi wangu. Ndio hiyo. So that's why I'm speaking in companies. I'm giving what I can. Because at that time, all these CEOs have impacted their companies. That's my database. Those are my partners. I'll not need to steal from everyone, from anyone. Nikitana, hiyo time nikitana conference ya partners, ndakuwa na 50,000 partners. Everyone amekam kupeana 10 million. I'll raise 5 billion in 24 hours. Whoever I'll compete with is in trouble. Because sasa wenye nashindana nao kwa TV wanapingana. Mimi niko tu naongelesha watu, najuana na watu, na impact watoto, nakutana na wazazi, na train polisi. I'm doing my part. I'm building wealth, and not small wealth, proper wealth. Tembea na wasi. Kama hapa tu pekee nimekuja training na nyinyi na nimekuja na watu 7. Hiyo pekee, it's a master class. Don't walk alone. Must be a person of influence. Do not see yourself as an individual. See yourself as a system. Walk as a system. Think like a system. Behave as a system. Do not see yourself as an individual. Think like a system. Be a system. So I've written various books that will help you. Lucy will be here and Teddy to just kuna Sprout. Ndio ilikuwa ya kwanza. I always recommend msia kibuy books. I'll get here kwanza itakupatia itakudescribe journey. Kwa hapa nimeandika the 5 things you can never choose in life. Parents, background, physical appearance, nationality, and how they can affect your self-esteem and your power to do things. But then there are 5 other things that God amekupea. So I've written about it. And then language of royalty talks about how to stand in the presence of greatness. When you stand before a president, what do you say first? Or a billionaire? What do you know how to ask for something and what to ask for? Then I've written 360 Seconds of Destiny. It talks about how to speak, how to go straight to the point when you're communicating. And how do you become a powerful communicator? I've written another generation. Inaongelea generational influence, right? Yeah. So these networking, right? You want to build social capital. You want to be you can have a seat, Lucy. You want to be powerful in terms of relationships. Inaongelea why people don't utilize relationships. Why people meet great people, utachukua tu picha nao na imeishia hapo. How do you take the relationship to the next step? For example, umepatana na Benny sahi. Benny anzongea chachi yenu. Benny anzongea shule ya brother yako ama ya mtoyo wako. But kuna chances that tutapiga tu picha no story ishi hapo. Na yes, utapata namba yangu and then that's why tuko na 6,000 contacts but you don't utilize them. Protocols inaongelea simu. How do you use the phone to create wealth? Through the phone, I've gotten access. Through the phone, it's opened doors to nations. So protocols. So one book goes for 1,000. Mnaweza ziget kwa Teddy. I encourage, get a copy for yourself. Of course, tuongelesha chairman hapa through Lucy. I'll get you moja, but get one for yourself. So, why? Because this is what I tell people. Invest in yourself. One day someone will pay for it. So Teddy will come with the books downstairs. Invest in yourself. One day someone will pay for it. Do you understand? Yeah. Use what is in your pocket to invest in your mind. One day what is in your mind will put something in your pocket. So invest in yourself. When I go to textbook center, I've been rated the best buyer in the country. Because every year I use 400,000 on books. But does the money come back? It does. How many? At what percentage? 100 times. So invest in knowledge, invest in wisdom. Be so sharp, be so intelligent, be ahead of time. And anytime you open your mouth, let men never regret listening to you. Sure. So, I want to pray for you. Put one hand where your heart is. Father, thank you for the wisdom that you've given us. Whatever you've spoken, let it be spirit and life. John chapter 6 verse 63 says, the words that you speak are spirit and life. Give them understanding and guide them. In Jesus' name I pray. I want you to say this. Say, I'm blessed.
I'm blessed.
I'm gifted.
I'm gifted.
Nations and kings
shall
seek after me. Thank you. I want us to appreciate the great man here. If it was not for him, I would not have come. And also for him being so intentional to bring us. Normally, as I've told you, if we were to charge, would have charged 100,000 for me to be here. But because he was sharp, swift, intentional, history of speed, we're here. That's how much he loves you. And so, very few people can bring a person. No, you want to train you to cars, sales, how to become a good employee. But if you want to train, is it practical?
Yeah.
Will it help you past here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it will. Right? So, thank you, sir, for the opportunity. We don't take it for granted. Thank you so much for the love towards your people. I believe this is how great companies are built. And imagine if you guys will be having one session every month. You see, it will be life transforming, right? So we are open to coming and training you. In other areas, we train a lot of companies. Can train you on communication, critical thinking, packaging, mastery, wealth creation. How do you run events? Umepatiwa chance for event to get dakika mbili. How do you do it? How do you get the events? We can come and train you. Have a whole curriculum. Can come and do for you a training like 3 sessions. And then now every month we'll be sending someone. And then we give you opportunities in our events. Every month I do 2 events that bring 500 people together. October 31st, I'm doing an event that will gather 6,000 people at the KICC. I'll be celebrating 5 years of impact across 10 countries. So I'm also inviting you. It's called On Stage, and I'll be gathering all my mentors to come and speak. Vusi will be there. Apostle Salman will be joining virtually, and many other people. Julian Kula, Professor Pielo Lumumba, Dr. Wale. Every person who's impacted me will be there. As we'll be releasing also a movie, and I'll be releasing what I'll be doing, the strategy for the next 15 years. What am I doing before I run for president? So, and I believe all of you will be part of the movement. So I'm forming a movement of 10 million people across Africa that will help us to transform Africa. And so I'm not just running for presidency in Kenya. I want to affect the 10 nations in Africa that I'll be working with. So we're already selecting who will be the presidents of these nations now. So they begin to prepare. So that's how life works. And we also need to know who will be the business people who will fund our campaign. We train them, we support them, we give them access. We need to know who will be the scientists, the innovators, the researchers. Because Africa tunafaa tu come up na remedies za vitu kama Ebola na HIV zititiwe mapema. Because that's one of the areas where there is a problem. So we are forming a movement of 10 million people across Africa. And we'll be launching it on that day. And these 10 million people, our target is that for the next 15 years, we need to network. We need to build a relationship. So by the time I get into power, also these 10 countries will be uniting to make Africa a force and then transfer it to 54 other countries. So I've selected these 10 nations carefully. We did our research. We saw the nations that we need to partner with for now. And then from there we'll spread it across 54 countries in Africa. And so that's my goal, to see how Africa can be liberated, how people can get to know their mindset, identity and culture, and how we can move with speed. We have no time. We have a very short life that we need to make a lot of impact. So every day, my goal is to at least impact 100 people, lowest number, maximum 10,000 people. So we do a lot of work in schools, and we need a lot of people to join our movement. It's beyond me. Sindio?
Yeah.
Chairman, I want to invite you, sir.
The High School Academy, the greatest to the list, but we don't have the list. We don't have by now. All of us are. Yes. And it's not comparison. It's by divine appointment. So what you are designed to do is not what Monica is designed to do. And what John can do. And that actually I learned, our team here know what Evelyn does. Evelyn is the one who has been handling our, mostly, I think a year plus. I would not have had that ability to receive calls for 1 year. I can confess. I used to beat. So remember the times I would, please help me receive these calls. But I'm better in other ways. Ivy, you are shocked that there was a time I would get tired receiving calls. But she's very patient. Hello, sasa, nataka tufanye hivi, sawa. So unapelekwa mosmos. So that's why I'm saying it's not about comparison. I appreciate every other person who has traveled. Naona wenzetu wa Eldoret, mpeleke salamu ya Benny Eldoret. Na akikuja Eldoret, mtamreceive Chesang. Ama you don't do those things. Dennis, yes. If Walubengo comes to Eldoret, what do you think?
Welcome open arms.
Okay. And you make sure he gets a kombucha?
Yes.
And what else? Walubengo, we have something called kombucha. Ever heard of kombucha?
No, sir.
Kombucha is one of those when you're introducing something very new, you can shock the person up front. Kombucha is a healthy drink. It's a probiotic. One of those that were banned some time back due to limited research and knowledge. But right now, they have no choice than to say, indeed, it was good. So the kombucha is a good drink. Dennis used to refuse to drink. He said, I'm a born-again Christian. I don't take fermented product. But it doesn't make someone go high, right? It doesn't. Alcohol content is?
0.01, neither goes beyond 0.01.
Yes. So ni kitu haita bother your faith. Nasema hivyo kwa sababu sometimes you see hamjaingia hii field ya organic sana, but you need those good probiotics. There are more. That's the campaign we do actually. We train people on how you can fix your gut, because if the gut is not fixed, even the best food will be useless for you. And then we remind people that toxicity is all over, from the air you breathe, from the food you take, from the water, from the environment, from the soaps and everything else. So help clean your channels, the pathway, so that your body can
cleanse itself. That's what we call detox. Detox has a lot of ish. People are like, So detox is not telling the kidney step aside so that we can do this. No. It's helping the body to perform at optimum. And if the body can cleanse itself, I wonder why the kidneys fail. So it means that organ needed assistance in time. Yes. I would not say much, but I am humbled that we had this session. It is in my heart that each one of us, you know me by now, that each one of us has an opportunity to thrive and become the best there is. Engineer Bosco.
Yes, sir.
You can become the best IT person we have in Africa. You can sit in the tables of the world because it is time. Okay? We can become the best research team in herbal industry. And that is true, right? Actually, Benny, we did a recent project, the Encyclopedia of Herbs. It documents more than 500 herbs in one document.
There's a book on that?
Yes. It's the biggest we have in Africa and the second biggest in the world. So that research this team is doing is actually commendable, not only in Kenya, but actually globally. And I appreciate that we are able to make those important and key milestones early enough, because that is like now the pioneering thing. So this journey, our first book was the Back to the Motherland, which invites people to revise their ways and remember the diet that actually worked before the compromised diet came in, the food that survived the Paleolithic man, the food that human being was designed to take, and the side effects of taking what is strange for the body. So we love knowledge, we love books. You can be sure these wonderful ladies and gentlemen here will have to take a book, comrade. Thank you. Yeah, for real, information. You have done justice. Let me not even do the public speaking. Do you have feedback? Maybe you can allow Dennis, you can say something on behalf of Eldoret. Chap. Then we have Bosco for Nairobi. We have Lois for Nakuru. We have Marianne, did you say something? You can speak now that John is already doing a lot on behalf of the research team and Roiro. Okay, then we'll conclude with HR. Mbio.
Yes. Once again, I'm Dennis Massey. I'm Dennis Massey from Eldoret. We thank you for this session. It's what considers the tip of the iceberg. Then if you feed us the bottom of the iceberg during that session, and surely put the entire staff of Eldoret, so that we can also be sure that when we are coming for those sessions, Zoom session and the graduation, they are really getting the real deal. This one was just the skeleton of the things that we have been served here. The real flesh is coming. We thank you for your team and for your time that you have taken to guide us, also give us one or two insights that were either maybe inside that we are more to air out, which maybe one way or another tungepata huyo kusema this is what's holding us back. Thank you and thank you again, Kapsa. Asante.
Amazing. Thank you, Dennis.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Okay, my name is John Bosco Kisilu from Nairobi branch. One is to thank you guys for coming to Dr. Spice. And but I really appreciate the perspective. Sisi tunapanga more the reach na nimesikia mnasema mambo na global. Doc amekuwa inspire on how to attract global audience. And I think that aligns well with us. Second, that day, I think we were on Nasiko Chambers. Yes, it could go. Kuna siku tunapatana kwa elevator.
Angaza.
Sisi sasa tuko kando yake tu. Hapo tuko na office hapo that ni 5th floor na that floor bado ndio shop yetu. So come unatugotea tu.
Anaangaza this other side. You also angaza this other side.
Okay, sure. Once again, thank you and welcome to Dr. Spice.
Help us remember the global reach for last week.
Global reach for last week, we had like the impressions we had over 100,000, both from UK and Australia. And this week, we are currently analyzing more the views and the actual clicks on the website. That they are almost hitting 150,000
per week.
Yes.
Good. Lois, Madam Lois.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Lois Maina from Nakuru branch. Our shop is located at Ereto Plaza, 6th floor. I'm happy to attend the event. It has helped me a lot. And I've learned one thing today, that slow decision comes from what? From self-doubt. And now henceforth, there will be no self-doubt, and I'll take the information straight to the Nakuru people. And thank you again.
Amazing. So, Rian, we don't have Masimulu with us in the room.
Hello everyone. My name is Marianne Nyambura. I'm located here at Ruiru, and I'm also in the research department. What I would like to say is that it was a very impactful session. Actually, I feel like you are addressing me individually, and I've seen where I was coming short, and I'll change that, I'll work on that. And I'm sure everyone has been impacted positively, and we would like to hear more from you. You have a lot of wisdom, you have shared a lot of wisdom within a very short period, and I have loved it personally. I don't know about the others, and we would like to hear more from you. Thank you very much, and you're welcome to come more times. Thank you.
Good.
What are gonna do more?
Amen. Amen.
Good morning everyone.
Goja, before we say morning, ni clarify kitu hapa. Ni wewe utakuwa nazo. So don't look for a man that has it already. Unajua naweza sema roho ananiongoza ni kama hizi vitu tufanye transfer. They'll be on your hands. Okay, proceed.
Good morning once again. Good morning. I'm Lucy. I think I had not introduced myself. Nilingia late kidogo. I'm the HR, and I'd like to thank you all for coming. Thank you so much for the insights, and we can't wait to hear from you guys again. Thank you.
Santi. Having shared that, so I Speak Academy hamuendi mahali. Msitusahau. Unaona watu? Mimi naweza penda, it's my desire that each one of them will go ahead of me. Will do 10 times what I am able to do. It's my desire that ile kitu ili take me 3 years to know, it will take 1 day. So that what I did in 1 year, they can do it in 1 week. That way, because our concept about business and all this is to impact lives and to change, to reverse conditions. You see the things wanaenda hospital naambiwa there's no help for you, so wewe utakuwa unakunywa tu hizi dawa and that's it. We help them reverse and totally get well. Na kwa sababu magonjwa tu inaendelea kuongezeka, we are there to make sure these people heal from home. So tukiweza saidia watu 10,000 per day, yeah, to reverse a condition, hiyo ni kumaanisha tukisurvive 10 years we would be turning into another business, because now there will be no people to and heri ifike hapo, si ni kweli? Yeah, that's why tuna diversify. Wenye wako shamba wanasukuma huko, and wenye wako research sukumeni kabisa, wenye wako production, wenye wako managerial levels, let's give it our very best. The world is yet to see what Dr. Spice Organics can do. Okay? Thank you, I Speak Academy.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate.